Hello, welcome to TTV News on TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station. Ladies and gentlemen, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính had just issued a directive on urging the implementations of key tasks after the Lunar New Year's holidays of 2024.
Accordingly, the Prime Minister requires relevant ministry, agencies, localities, collectives, and individuals to immediately focus on handling tasks based on their assigned functions, tasks, and powers. After the third holiday, do not let any delay affect production, business, and socio-economic activities. In particular, it is necessary to focus on promoting production and business, creating jobs and livelihoods for people, and effectively implementing social security work to ensure comprehensiveness, multi-layer modernity, inclusiveness, and sustainability. Minister, heads of ministerial level agencies, heads of government agencies, chairmen of people's committees of provinces and centrally run cities need to review and identify key tasks for each individual monthly and quarterly to focus on direction and administration, have timely and effective policy response associated with increased inspection and urging, especially for content and issues that are still entangled, complicated, long-standing, and arising problems. Actively monitor developments closely to promptly have solutions to balance supply and demand and stabilize market pressures after the Lunar New Year. Along with that, it is necessary to drastically and effectively deploy solutions to promote disbursement of public investment capital rights from the first days and months of 2024. Consider this a key political task to create an accelerating driving force for socio-economic recovery and development associated with quality assurance, combating negativity, corruption, and waste.
Leaders of Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism of TayNinhTV and Bình Phước province just had a meeting and discussed to find solutions to promote tourism development links in 2024 and the following years. At the conference, two sides agreed to implement the number of solutions of linking tourism development, including organizing and signing cooperation agreements to connect tour and exploit effect tours. Support to bring recognized cultural heritage from into province, such as Chehai drum dance art, golden trade dance of TayNinhTV province, and gong performing art of S people language, stone instrument performing art of Bình Phước province, performed at the tourist destination of the two provinces. Support the tourism association of two provinces and the travel companies to employ the connecting tourist road, taking tourists from Ho Chi Minh City to Bình Phước to TayNinhTV and vice versa. Coordinate to organize the TayNinhTV Left Market in Bình Phước province, where the cultural and artistic activities take place in the left markets, such as Chedam drum dance performance, golden trade dance, coconut shell dance, painting, calligraphy, sketching, and organized folk games.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of February 20, at TayNinhTV radio and television stations, a sponsorship signing ceremony and press conference for the football tournament to celebrate the party and spring of something, TayNinhTV Television's TKB Cup 2024 took place. The program is organized by TayNinhTV radio and television stations in coordination with the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of TayNinhTV province, and the sponsors is TKB Joint Stock Company. Speaking at the ceremony, Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of TayNinhTV Radio and Television Stations, head of the organizing committee, emphasized that the tournament aims to create a joyful and healthy playground for officials, civil servants, and public employees of agencies, departments, and branches in the province. At the same time, create a vibrant, competitive atmosphere in the first days of the new year to achieve new victory. At the press conference, the tournament organizing committee also answered questions from reporters surrounding the tournament. After the press conference, there will be a drawing of 8 teams that will participate in this tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, the project constructions of working commune police quarters, equipment, and facility to serve the work of commune police in Tây Ninh province, period 2021 to 2025, was approved by the Provincial People's Committee in Decisions number 916 dated April 20, 2022 with a total purchase of over 270 billion Vietnam dong. To date, the implementation has achieved positive results. According to statistics, out of 71 communes across the province, there are 10 communes with police office which were built before the project. 71 communes with police headquarters are invested in new constructions according to the project. And among the 61 commune police headquarters invested in under the project, 4 commune police headquarters have been completed and put into use. It is expected that by 2025, all 71/71 communes will complete headquarters constructions according to the project roadmap, thereby to ensure adequate and comprehensive facilities, equipment, and vehicles for the regular commune police force to operate.
The Ministry of Education and Training has issued a circular number 27 regulating the selection of textbooks in general education establishments, replacing circular number 25, and thus, in 2024, the selection of textbooks will be granted and back to school units. Accordingly, the school units will set up their own textbook selection councils instead of the People's Committees of Provinces and Cities, as in circular number 25. Each educational institution establishes a textbook selection committee, and during the meeting, the teachers will vote to select a single textbook for each subject. Textbooks are selected in a vote of 1 to 2 or more subject teachers. In case of no textbook receives 1 or 2 of the voters, the expert group must discuss and vote again, and the selected textbook is textbook that received the highest number of voters in the second voting. And the school complies with textbook selection doses and sends it to superiors. Provincial People's Committees publicly post a list of approved textbooks for the use in local educational establishments, and at the same time, educational institutions must notify this list to the teachers and students' parents before April the 30th every year. And on the morning of February the 20th, the Brogan, the Department of Thanh Minh District Party Committee organized the opening ceremony of the first party awareness training class in 2024 for 64 students who are elite members of grassroots party organizations throughout the district. The training class was held for 5 days, and students studied 5 lessons, including brief history of the Communist Party of Vietnam, platform for building the country during the transition period to socialism, basic content of the Charter of the Communist Party of Vietnam, and study and follow Ho Chi Minh's ideology, ethics, and style, strive to become a member of the Communist Party of Vietnam. In addition, in the training program, the students participate in practical research and Pol Pot answering Khmer rules, crime evidence area, and the special relics area of the central base of the Southern Revolution Department.
The provincial party standing committees had just issued an official feedback requesting party committees, parties, organizations, localities, agencies, and units to focus on doing a good job of propaganda on commemorating the 70th anniversaries of the Điện Biên Phủ victory, 7 May 1954, May 7, 2024.
Specifically, the Provincial Party Standing Committee requested party committees, party organizations, localities, agencies, and units to direct the implementation of propaganda on commemorating the 70th anniversary of the Điện Biên Phủ victory among officials and staff, party members, union members, and people from all walks of life in appropriate forms. Promotes good implementation of political tasks of localities, agencies, and units. Firmly grasp the ideological situation, political security, social order and safety, organize gratitude activities, visit and care for Vietnamese mothers, families of martyrs, wounded and sick soldiers and people with meritorious service, embellish and repair martyrs' cemeteries, light candles to pay tribute to fallen heroes.
And currently, some scammers call people's phone numbers, jamming and claiming to be worse than commune police officers or administrative management team officers, asking citizens to go to the city police to activate their account's electronic identification card. But then the subjects pretended to activate it for the people via Zalo and asked to pay for a fee for 500,000 Vietnam dong. And some people were caught off guard and paid the fee to the scammers. The city police recommends activating an electronic identity account. It's completely free and everyone can do it at home. In case it is not possible to activate it yourself, the citizen can go directly to the police station of the wards or commune where they live to get a support without any cost. And any person who uses the name of the regional police or a commune police and administrative officials to activate it for free is a fraud, affecting the reputation of the police force. And everyone needs to raise their moral awareness and be alert to avoid losing the money unjustly and contact the nearest associate when the size of fraud. And ladies and gentlemen, the ancient often has the saying that January is the month of entertainment, and because at that time the agriculture industry was not yet developed, and the crops and especially the wheat rice were only grown once a year, following the natural water flow and usually harvesting at the end of the year. So in January, the farmers are relatively relaxed and idle. And now the things are different. Many free varieties can be grown and harvested all year round. Therefore, many farmers only take a few days off for the dirt and soon return to the fields and start farming. Like the case of Mr. Yu Minh Teng living in Ninh Sơn Ward of the Ninh City. Previously, he only specialized in rice cultivation but has now switched to growing mussels. In January, the garden trees are blooming and fruiting, so this month is extremely important. If you don't take care of it, your crop will fail, and rice as well as orchards, and everyone must go to the fields and the orchards every day. Not far away, Mr. Lê Hoàng Hoa in Bao Nang commune of Yu Minh Châu district is currently taking care of nearly 1 hectare of various crops, and during the past few days of the 30th, although the prices and the prices of crops were not high, in fact, the days after the death were worse than usual, but he did not forget to regularly go to the garden and orchards to monitor, irrigate, and harvest. Celebrating the 30th for 3 days, we have to go to the fields early to avoid spoiling on the vegetables, and there are diverse varieties we have to plant according to them. In the new year, I hope the price is favorable to the season and the weather is also favorable, and that the crop is successful. Today, the crops are very diverse and can be harvested all year round, even though they often encounter the sense of stress in the market. These farmers still work hard, love the land, and cling to their gardens and their orchards, and their fields do not forever indulge with play in the 30th, and do not let the garden or the fields have to suffer one day without water or water source. Vegetables that are often cared for daily, such as brown calabashes, dragon beans, cowpeas, etc., and 1 to 2 days do not water fruit tree, it will be damaged. And maybe on the 30th of the Lunar New Year, farmers are still producing, but on the 1st and the 2nd day of the Lunar New Year, they will be market crops, so they have to harvest. And with the fragile nature of farmers, plus being equipped with the new knowledge in the fields of farming, more and more farmers have learned and choose their crop varieties to make the reasonable conversions. Outdated cultivation techniques and psychology are also gradually being eliminated, and thanks to which the field work is becoming more and more scientific, bringing the right efficiency. And ladies and gentlemen, it's just 2 years ago more than 200 soldiers serving in the People's Public Security have completed their activity as the service term. And in the movement of farewell, the young soldiers had many indescribable emotions expressed through the handshakes, tight hugs, and words of advice and promises to see each other again after leaving the unit. And during their 2 years of active of the service, the People's Public Security Service soldiers always have a strong political ideological stance, good moral qualities, and successfully completed their assigned tasks. Many of the soldiers were rewarded by the director of the Windsor Police for their outstanding achievements in studying, training, and working and fighting. And there have been 57 soldiers admitted to the Communist Party of Vietnam. In this movement and environment, the soldiers unite, help each other, and have these memories and valuable lessons for themselves and me also. I would like to thank the leadership and the commanders at my unit for contributing to my growth. Through the activities and business trip, with the help of the soldiers and UNCO, the training staff has helped me improve myself. It is a tool to help me become more mature in the life. And 2 years as a soldier serving in the People's Army, not a long time, but that amount of time studying and training will certainly leave many indescribable emotions in the hearts of the young soldiers, and because here they learn many valuable and useful lessons in collective environment and helping the soldiers practice their will, bravery, discipline, and their strong will. During the 2 years, the soldiers have successfully completed their side tasks together with the local security and other units, and contributing greatly to ensuring security and order. And during the 2 years of active duty, there were many soldiers. The board of directors that recognized and praised the achievements of the soldiers in recent times. And after leaving the army, a new journey begins. And I wish the boys and the soldiers who serve the soldiers for the People's Army and the People's Police Force will always have the stiff legs and be more steadfast in their life, and also firmly believe that the luggage that each person carries during their beautiful youth will always have the day of training in the Army and the Police Force.
The Orion, once there are many swallows flying in the sky, it signals that spring and early New Year's is coming. Swallows and salinger are two different bird species, only distantly related, but they are similar in that spring is the breeding season. While swallow nests are made from wood and moss without value, bird nests are made from their saliva, which contains many rare nutrients that are good for human health. Bird nests have long been considered a miracle medicine.
Ancient Chinese history recorded that bird's nest is called the highest rate of status, the most precious food reserved only for emperors. Today, it is still considered a high-end food. Many countries organize the breeding and export of bird's nests, including Vietnam. Happily, the species of bird nest that select nest solutions that create the best quality bird's nests are all available in Vietnam. Among the types, the highest value is the red bird's nest, followed by the pink bird's nest, large bird's nest, opaque white bird's nest. Each kilogram of bird nest has 80 to 100 nests. Tay Ninh is one of 42 provinces and cities that raise bird nests thanks to the advantages of land terrain combined with rivers and natural forests. On average, 30 to 35 million Vietnam dong per kilogram of finished bird nests, so the number of bird nest houses in Tay Ninh has continuously increased rapidly in recent years. In 2019, the whole province has 190 bird nest houses. By September 2023, the whole province had more than 1,000 bird nest houses, with 800 bird nest houses in operation and 200 bird nest houses under construction. In the Selengen block, there are always 1 to 2% of single lone birds that will leave the block to find a new home. These birds do not reproduce. Secondly, there is an impact that causes the bird to be shocked, panic, and leave. Thirdly, because the bird nest in the birdhouse is full, some birds will also leave. Fourthly, the door of the Selengen house makes it difficult for the bird to get in and out. The time between the Lunar New Year and the third month of the lunar calendar is the breeding season of Selengen, when Selengen couples compete to release strands of saliva to build nests. The nest is as small as a spoon, with broad ends clinching to the wall like a hammock. After nesting, Birds meet usually at night. After the second egg is laid, there is no more mating. Only one broods the eggs. The other flies away to feed. When they return, they incubate instead of the brooding baby to look for food. Fly out of the nest 1 to 2 times a day, usually at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to explore the eggs to moisture. At night, one incubates eggs, the other clings to the network. Nowadays, bird nest farming is considered a profession. Bird houses were built many years ago. If the location is right, many birds come to nest. People raise a good harvest of bird nests and bring wealth and prosperity from the tender birds. Raising Selengen is a profession like many other professions, with advantages and disadvantages. The current procedure for building Selengen houses is quite simple. We have supported many households. One is to build not too close to residential areas, not near projects with safety and low noise requirements such as hospitals, schools. Do not use dry land, and if it wants to use it to build Selengen houses, then it must be converted to non-agricultural land. Currently, the management of building new Selengen houses in TayNinh is gradually getting into order. People who need to build new ones submit documents to be assessed and considered by the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development and local authorities. The suitability of the proposed location to build a bird nest house, as well as carrying out land and construction procedures in accordance with regulations, helps the management of this field become more and more in order. Thanks to that, TayNinh bird nests have more opportunities to spread their wings and fly farther.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.